Our next movie is named Stranger Than Paradise, and it's one of the most delightful films of the year, a real discovery. The movie's about a Hungarian who moved to New York about 12 years ago, and immediately this guy is turned into a clone of the Bowery Boys. He looks a little bit like Hunt's Hall in some scenes. He talks tough, he hangs out at the racetrack, and he lives in an apartment that looks like an unmade bed, which means it looks just like he looks. And then he has an unexpected visitor from the old country, his girl cousin from Hungary, a teenager. And here's a scene from one of her first nights in America.
You sure you don't want a TV dinner?
Yes, I'm not hungry. Why is it called TV dinner?
You're supposed to eat it while you watch TV. Television.
I know what a TV is. Where does that meat come from?
What do you mean?
What does that meat come from?
I guess it comes from a cow.
From a cow? It doesn't even look like meat.
Ava, stop bugging me. You know, this is where we eat in America. I got my meat, I got my potatoes, I got my vegetables, I got my dessert, and I don't even have to wash the dishes.
The promised land.
Right.
What happens next is that the cousin goes out to Ohio to visit her aunt, and then the hero's best friend says he misses this girl. He kind of has a crush on her. So the two guys head out to Ohio. They visit the aunt and the girl. Then they take the cousin to Florida, where there's a surprise ending that works like clockwork, and it's funny and perfect both at once. Stranger Than Paradise is a movie like Marty or Rocky, a human comedy in which ordinary people who are lovingly exaggerated do ordinary things in ways that somehow seem very funny. I love this movie. I'm going to put it on my list of the year's 10 best films.
I'll consider it in that league. I liked it, and what surprised me, you just said on 2010 that I know where every movie's going, and I can always predict. Well,
You don't know where this movie's going.
This movie, you can't tell. In fact, I wasn't so sure it was a comedy, especially at the beginning. I think this is a fairly sophisticated comedy that approximates life, which is funny and tragic. There's some beautiful stuff down when they go into Florida in terms of just visuals, black and white photography, shots of just some landscape of a burnout motel that I'll always remember. And I'll always remember these characters, and I'd watch any one of its scenes. They're cut. The scenes jump along.
One scene at a time, right.
I would watch any of them extrapolated to its full length, as it would have played out if they'd really been there. That's how interesting the film is.
It's a terrific movie, and it's opening now at Christmas time with lots of big pictures. I think if people are going to get disappointed by some of the big pictures, which certainly looks like a trend, if I may say so, then this would be a real good little picture to go to.